Hey guys, I'm Ksenia, welcome back to my channel. My parents just arrived a few hours ago today to Belgrade, and we're gonna go out for dinner with them. We're supposed to leave the house now as I'm filming this, and we're gonna go to a restaurant. I think it's called Tsar. It's just in the neighborhood. We're not gonna go anywhere too far today because they're obviously a bit tired from the road, and I'm gonna take you with us. But now we really need to leave, so I'll see you soon.
Just finished running. I almost didn't go because it was raining earlier, but 20 minutes before the run was supposed to start, the rain finished, so I rushed there and it was good. I'm glad I came. There were quite a few people there, although the weather was not the best, and I just got myself some I don't even know how to call them in English, but they're called Bavarski Chevrek or Bavarski. Very delicious. So I'm gonna go home now. We're gonna go to the swimming pool later today, but again, I'm not too sure with this weather. But for now, I'm just gonna have to sit home and work a bit.
I've been cleaning up the apartment a bit because it really needed it, and I've been putting my books back to the shelves and things like that, and I thought that I don't think I talked about books in a long time, and I've recently finished one book that I want to talk about, and I'm reading another interesting one currently, so I just want to quickly mention again that I feel like I've been talking about this one for a while now. So I finished it, I loved it, I really enjoyed it. I think the plot is great, the writing is marvelous, the translation was good, and thank you to everyone who suggested I read this book. It's been literally #1 recommendation. If I was saying like I want to read local authors, that's the first big thing that everyone was, the first book that everyone were suggesting I read. And The Bridge on the Drina, obviously, like there's a river Drina and the bridge over it, and the bridge is kind of like this, almost the main character that gets to witness all the changes that are happening with the people living in Visegrad. That's the city where the bridge is built, and there is a story of how it's built by the Turks, well, not by the Turks, but the Turks ordered it, and then how kind of the life of this town changes with the times. It's very entertaining and also quite relaxing. I found it to be very like calming, having a calming effect, which was great. So yeah, thanks again to everyone who recommended. I'm glad I've read it, and I'm looking forward to reading more Serbian or like Yugoslavian literature as a whole. And another book I wanted to briefly mention is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. And I think this book, first of all, ooh, look at this cover. I feel like everyone has been reading this book, or maybe they're planning to read this book. It had a huge success already, but I heard that first only non-gamers or like non-game creators love the book, so apparently because it talks about the creation of computer games. Like if you are in the industry, then you find the book like odd or cheesy or weird or bad. But I'm not in the gaming industry, so I don't care. I'm enjoying the plot, and there were also talks about the because like there is a story of a guy and a girl. They meet, they become friends, and then they fall out, but then they meet again a few years later, and somehow they end up creating a game together, which is supposed to change their lives, but they are still in the process where I am at in the book. And like allegedly, this game they're developing in the book, the creating in the book, is inspired by the real game, and like the creator of the real game was not credited properly. I don't know if that's true or if it's just gossip, but there are those talks. So if you maybe heard about that, let me know. I find that it's very easy to read, it's an enjoyable read, and you are like actively looking for the time when in the day when you'll be able to continue reading. It's not boring, it has this nice pace that I think will be appealing to many people. Well, at least I find it appealing. So I'm gonna continue reading that. I'm maybe 1/4 through, or maybe, yeah, 120 pages out of maybe around 400. Oh, and I forgot there's one more book I think I should mention. The other book is Outline by Rachel Cusk. It's the first of the trilogy, and this trilogy is praised, I think, by everyone who's reading it, in the critics, just the regular readers. And this is the first part where it talks about a lady who comes to Greece, to Athens, to teach creative writing course, like in a summer school for adults. And I think I don't know if it's most interesting about the book, but the way it's written, it's kind of peculiar, but like in a good way. It's mostly like the entire book is basically conversations with the people that the author, like this, not the author, but the teacher, writing teacher, she meets someone and then they are like kind of conversing, and there's no traditional dialogue almost. It's mostly the monologues of the people, or the author is like presenting their conversation in the form of the monologue of the other person she's talking to, and that's kind of fun. I enjoy it. I like it. And again, it's a very easy read. You can take it with you if you're like flying somewhere, for example, or just on the way and have a few hours to kill. It's gonna be great by the beach. I think I can confidently recommend it. And as for tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, I'll obviously know more once I progress. But so far, the book is also like rather promising, and I'm excited to find out what's happening to the to those gamers and the games they create. I forgot to film this before I got to the pool, so it's gonna be a bit loud. I brought 2 books with me. I think I'm gonna focus on reading tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, which I'm now in the middle of. And we have a family day in the pool today. My mom is here, Alexander is on his way, and my dad will come later. And yesterday was super hot, but I didn't get like sunburned, which is odd. So I'm hoping I'm not gonna be sunburned today, even though like I'm in the shadow now. But I think when it's like that hot, sun doesn't care, and you can still get burned in the shadow too. But anyway, I'm excited to another day of not really working. I did work a bit in the morning today, and then in the evening yesterday, and then also like we only went to the pool at around 2 p.m. So I promise I'm not just lounging around, but yeah, I think I'll do a few things here from the cell phone today, because I can start like drafting articles and I can research them on my phone as well. So I'm gonna read for a bit, swim, and then I'm gonna, I think, work by the pool. Perfect.
We just hang out at the draft bar, I guess it's called. It's a fun place. I like pouring the drinks by myself, and like it's a fun system with those deposit cards. And now we've come to Silosi to maybe have one more drink. We missed the sunset almost. Wanted to watch sunset here, but we delayed like in draft, which is okay. But yeah, it's so nice to have parents here. It kind of feels like home, you know, when your family comes to visit, even in a new place, it's instantly homey.
Guys, the weather yesterday was something else. I missed all the hurricanes that were passing Serbia. I was in Portugal at the time, so I didn't see like those horrible destructive storms that truly like were destructive. But yesterday was pretty crazy as well, with like huge hail like this size, and also just heavy rain all day. But once the storm died down, I think it was very nice and cozy because we were inside and we didn't have to go outside. So we spent the, I think, majority of Sunday just laying around here and there, eating. We ordered some food from Smokvica. We watched a Wes Anderson movie, Asteroid City, which I liked. Alexander didn't like it as much as he does other Wes Anderson movies. For me, it was great. I loved those typical director choices, the colors, the characters, everything was just, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And besides that, I worked a bit. I wrote a couple of articles, which is great, and read a book. And yeah, it was just such a nice autumnal day, I think, where the weather's shit, you don't go out, you enjoy being indoors. I missed it because obviously it's very hot and sunny in Serbia all the time, so you don't get to experience those St. Petersburg kind of days when it's supposed to be summer, but you know, the weather is really cold and horrible. So yeah, it was a day like this yesterday, and I feel like it's gonna be kind of the same today without the storm though. So it's gonna be cold and gloomy and maybe rainy, which I'm looking forward to because I'm kind of tired of sweating. I must admit, like sweating all the time is not fun. So I'm gonna go for a run now. Today is Sunday and we have our communal run, but I don't think I'm gonna join actually. I just want to run by myself, I think, in Kalemegdan, here and there. We'll see how many kilometers I do because normally we run 5 on my own. I'm not so sure I'm gonna run 5 without the external motivation of other runners beside me, but we'll see how that goes. And I think I'll end this vlog here. It's gonna be a bit short, but I hope you'll enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Have a good day. Bye.